But now
Welcome,
Being recorded.
welcome to
I can record
Kletus
it on this
Race.
one.
Yeah, we're recording. Well, who do I have with me here?
You have Jiggy from Backroad Friends and Broken Wingnuts. I had to think about that for a second.
Yeah, so I've done a solo with Jay several times, and
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know, I listened to you guys all three banter back and forth, and I'm like, man, I'd like to, just talk with one of them a little bit, because we all get together, and that's a great time, but I feel like it's more, we can keep the conversation more on track solo.
Of course.
So how are you
Yeah.
doing after your accident?
Well, I haven't slowed down any. I was laid up for about a week. I've got 2 different fractures in my leg, and I'm still at work.
Yeah. Yep, still making that money. Oh,
Well, I don't have a sugar mama, so I got to be out on the road making the money somehow.
yeah. So what are you doing currently?
I am taking a truck from Woodstock all the way out to Red Deer in Alberta.
All right, and that's it's an hour drive or?
It's about a 3-day drive.
Oh shit! All right, yeah. I'm not good on my geography.
Yeah. So, the hours of driving are a little bit different. So we have 13 hours of driving, 2 hours of personal time, and an hour of on-duty time that we can stop. So I'm hoping to get about 10 and a half hours of driving timing today before I get to my first hotel for the night. So we'll see what happens.
Hell yeah! And what kind of hotel you staying at? Do you guys get Holiday Inns up there?
Oh yeah, we got a little bit of everything. There's a small motel that I deal with on my first leg of the trip called the Highway 17 Motel. It's a nice little backwater hotel that's just outside of the small little town that I'm stopping at.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. The guy's really nice. He gives me a deal on hotel rooms because I'm there almost weekly when I'm doing long haul stuff. So it's really nice. He's a really good guy. So.
Yeah, that's one thing that I love, because if I'm going on the same route often, I like knowing where I'm going. I like people recognizing me. I like recognizing them. It just makes things easier than just showing up and having to figure everything out for the first time every drive. It's nice having a normal route.
Yeah, well, it's for me. I'm quite a bit of an extrovert. I just don't like people.
Yeah.
And it's weird that I do a podcast where I'm talking to a whole bunch of people all over the place. But I just don't people well.
I would say it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, because between you, Mike, and Jay, you and Jay are just talking all over the place. So I wouldn't. You don't come off that way really on the podcast, I would say.
Well, I hyper focus. It's a way I kind of deal with it. Unfortunately, we do talk a lot about mental health and that, and I deal with a lot of it personally. That's why we're able to talk about it so well. And part of what I do is I'm able to hyper focus on Jay and Mike and not pay attention to anything else I'm doing.
Yeah.
So that I can focus the conversations on them, no differently than I am with you.
Right.
So that I can have a conversation and kind of go from there. Like I bet you, if you would have asked me maybe a month or 2 ago to do this, I probably would have said no.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know you well. I haven't had a chance to listen to all your stuff. So it took me some time to build up the nerve to even want to pick up the phone or even give you my phone number and go, hey, give me a call.
Yeah, so, I'm just gonna start sending you a bunch of random stuff all the time now. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Okay.
No.
That's the best part of my phone. So
yeah. I did send you a couple of pictures of what we were dealing with today. I could tell you that is a frac tank full of horse cum, and there's no way to tell it's not. It
It,
it it it's like, I don't know. It's like exactly what cum is, just like a bunch of it, and like 20,000 gallons of cum, and we had to suck it out and dump it off. And what it is methyl. It's methyl ester, so it's like from the soybean plant out here. It's one of the
okay.
byproducts, so nobody wants to buy it. They don't have any use for it. So, but
So they
hey,
have to
it's
take it
been,
somewhere and dispose of it.
my hands are super moisturized. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, I guess that is what it's kind of like. It's kind of like petroleum jelly, just melted. It's a nice little moisturizer. It's everywhere, and it's got a little bit of a sweet taste.
Well, as long as it's not toxic in any way, shape, or form, I guess that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a part of the analytics. They put it in and they tell me where to take it. I'm taking it to the landfill. I just dump it at the landfill. It's kind of
Huh.
strange, but we dump
You
all
would think
kinds of
they would
stuff.
have figured out. Yeah, you figured they would have figured out some way to maybe use it in some way, shape, or form, so they're not wasting, half the plant.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's We do a lot of strange stuff here at this company where I'm at. We do some stuff. So Tulsa is about 6.5 hours away from Kansas City, and we haul trash out of Kansas City down to Tulsa. Just normal
Okay.
trash. Just normal trash. We burn 2 tanks worth of diesel fuel and pay, an operator, I don't know, roughly over $25 an hour for 10 hours every single day, 4 people. And apparently, the tax incentive is just that good that it makes sense to spend all that money in other places to dump trash.
Well, I mean, everybody needs a job, so I mean, it's not a bad thing.
Hey,
25 bucks American, I'd be laughing pretty good.
yeah, I mean, shoot, the only complaint I have is that I don't get on that job enough. I'll tell you that. That's a nice job. They guarantee 10 hours a day, every day. That's nice. But yeah, I don't know. It's just strange that you're passing hundreds of landfills on your way down to Tulsa. But
Well, chances are the company gets some kind of tax break or they get some kind of benefit for doing it.
oh yeah,
Or it's
100%.
cheaper for them to drive it all the way down there to dump it there.
Yeah.
So it's one of those fun things, right?
I yeah, I guess so. It's just kind of strange. Um so what got you into driving?
I've been in the industry for a long time. I was a mechanic at one point. When my body said, I'm a little too old for this, I ended up working in the front end of the shop, being the desk jockey, and then unfortunately I got from that job because I was trying to start a business, and
Yeah.
then that business kind of fell through, and I'm like, you know what, I need a job, so this job kind of fell in my lap, and I went, all right, let's see what happens.
Yeah, and how are you liking it so far?
With a broken leg, it sucks like ass,
Yeah.
big time.
Yeah.
But
Oh
any
yeah.
other normal time, I've been from one ocean to the other, so I've gotten to see some pretty cool things. I've gotten to see some pretty awesome wildlife as well. And, I finally got up into the mountains in BC, and it's pretty intimidating and amazing all at the same time. So, I got to check off a bucket list item in the process, so I'm kind of happy about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. You just get to drive around. A lot of my job, a lot of it is driving. It's usually the same thing back and forth, but the potential is there. That you can go anywhere at any time. You never really know, and being able to drive all the roads is a lot more appealing or just, you get a more sense of it when you drive it versus you fly around from place to place.
Yeah, I'd rather not fly if I can help it, but unfortunately that's a part of my job too. So
Yeah, yeah. They flew me out to California once to pick up a rental truck. I'm like, are you kidding me? There's not a rental truck from between here and Kansas City. Between Kansas City and Long Beach, California. But no, apparently there was not. So they flew me out there, and I drove that thing all the way back, and that was really nice. Driving back. There was no time to stop and see anything, but it was kind of cool that was my first time being through a lot of those states.
well, it's nice when you get to do a lot of that. Like this trip that I'm on right now, it's going to be a different experience this time. The weather's changing. And last year I got a little lucky. The road stayed clear a good chunk of the way, but they're calling for a lot of snow this coming up weekend. So
Yeah.
we're going to take a stab at what the weather is going to be like, what the roads are going to be like, and then what the other drivers on the road are going to be like.
Yeah.
And drive across 3 provinces in 3 days. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be fun, though.
Man. Oh yeah, it'll be a good time. And you're driving like brand new trucks that are just cabin chassis?
Depending on the situation, normally. Right now, I'm actually driving like an oversized moving truck, like that you all would use.
Yeah.
It's just been undecoed, it's been safetied, and the customer wants it all the way out in Red Deer. So they called us, and we're like, all right, we'll come and get it. So that's pretty much what I'm doing.
Just driving a U-Haul. So is that like a van, or is that like an actual Class B vehicle with air brakes?
Well, this one's a juice-brake truck. It's a full-size International, but it's got like the giant dry van on the back of it, with a bit of upper storage above the cab.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I mean, it's got some weight to it. Let me tell you, I think I'm about 32 feet long, if I'm correct. I know I'm about 13 feet 2 inches high. So I've got some good size going down the road.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're as tall as they get, really.
Yeah, well, what is it? I think it's 13.6. I'm the exact same size as a 53-foot trailer for height and width. I'm just only about 30 feet instead of 53 feet.
Oh, yeah. And I bet it rides wonderfully empty, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Do you have a?
There are days I don't like it, so.
Yeah. Does it come with an air seat on it, or is it just a standard seat? Oh, okay.
No, it's a lot of the vehicles I ride are air ride, but most of the time I'm sitting on the floor, anyways.
Yeah,
air ride's really not good for the back. So, but with my leg being the way it is, the air ride keeps my foot up at a level where I can kind of prop it up and kind of drive a little bit comfortably, but any other time I'd pretty much be on the floor and going along my way.
Oh yeah. So what keeps you awake out there on the road? Do you just naturally just stay awake, or is there something that you do, or what do you entertain yourself with?
Generally, I don't sleep. As funny as that might sound, I have to force myself to sleep, which kind of sucks. But I just go between, listening to music or podcasts or, having a TikTok panel up promoting stuff. I'll do that kind of stuff just to kind of keep my brain occupied as I'm going down the road. Like I'll talk to Jay on the phone if he's awake, or if somebody else is awake and wants to talk like us doing now. That helps pass the time to make it down the road without getting too bored. But I like sometimes some of my audiobooks about Norse mythology and listening to that going down the road. So that helps the day go by.
Oh, yeah. Audiobooks, I mean, I haven't used them all that often, but I think that's awesome that's kind of an option for a lot of truckers, because that's a lot of miles to be driving with nothing going on. Podcast and books on tape has really, probably kept a lot of drivers sane and, focused on the road,
Well, you can only listen to the radio and the same 50 songs over and over and over again before you want to start pulling your hair out.
Oh, yeah. There's one talk radio station that I listen to every now and again. It's a local one out here in Kansas City. But other than that, yeah, I don't like to listen to the radio at all. That's why I got that one playlist that I created for classic rock, and that's just what I listen to all the time. I got a couple of them. I like creating them, but yeah, I have to call people all the time. I'm always on the phone with somebody or listening 100% of the time. But it's weird because on my drive home from work, like in my pickup truck or on the bike, a lot of times it's complete silence. I just forget to turn it on, and that's sometimes kind of nice.
I find when you're in the car, you don't have to worry about as much either. Like when we're out here in our trucks, you have to pay attention to the road. You have to pay attention to all the four-wheelers. You have to pay attention to our favorite pay-to-pass drivers. So there's a lot more that we have to be concerned with when we're in the truck, and trying to keep us occupied while we're trying to understand that stuff.
Yeah.
It drives you nuts. But then when you're in your car, it's like you can just let go of a lot of the other crap, and you can just enjoy driving your vehicle and enjoy the ride.
Oh, yeah.
So that kind of makes life a little easier.
What do you do in your free time other than podcasting and working?
I'm a big nerd. It's kind of where Jay and I kind of clash a little bit. Jay likes to turn wrenches. I'm into anime and video games and all that fun stuff.
Yes.
So when I'm at home, I'm in front of my computer.
Yeah.
Right now, the new Pokemon game came out. The new Borderlands game is out. And then I'm playing another game called Arc Raiders. So it just depends on who I'm playing with and what kind of mood I'm in.
Oh, yeah. So what is that Pokemon game like? Is it I don't know, because I played Pokemon on Game Boy a lot.
It's changed a lot over the years, let me tell you.
Oh, but, dude, I cannot stand the new Pokemon. I'm like the original 151. I ain't nothing but that. Was it 151 from the first edition?
Yep.
Okay.
No, don't get me wrong, I missed the original stuff, but some of the new stuff is cool. Like they add new attacks and moves, they add new Pokemon as the time goes by. But I think I play it more out of nostalgia than I play it for wanting to actually play it. Just to say that, hey, yep, I've got it, I'm playing it.
Yeah, so that Pokemon Go came out. Did you mess around with that at all?
Oh, God, did I ever. I was so hyper-focused on that. We were driving to other cities to catch Pokemon.
Yeah.
We were traveling all over the place, and it was such a waste of time in the long run when you look back at it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it got me off my butt walking around and hanging out with people again. So for a little bit, it had its purpose, but now it just kind of sits in the background, and I'm like, it is what it is.
Yeah, that was a big game when it came out, especially in Kansas City. Like, there were big meeting grounds all over in different little towns and cities where you would show up and it's just a bunch of nerds just getting dirty with each other, Pokemon and everybody's butts and whatnot. And me and my wife, we would roll around, and there was this like a shelter at a lake, and there would always be a bunch of people there because there was always good stuff to catch over there. But I was disappointed in the game. I mean, it was fun, it was interesting, it was something different, but I was hoping you could fight kind of like the Game Boy. Whenever you would run into another trainer on Game Boy, or you would run into a wild Pokemon or whatever, you had moves, you had levels, and you would and then you could fight them and stuff. And I guess there was some sort of battle, but it wasn't what I was wanting out of it.
I was disappointed that way too, because they could have done so much with it, especially with the augmented reality that they put into the game as well. So there was a lot that they tripped and fell over that they could have done. But, I mean, we still can't get them to do proper Pokemon battles even with the new stuff. So we're hoping they'll smarten up sometime, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I downloaded a Game Boy emulator on my phone that it's always there, and, I can get on there and I can play yellow version, blue version, crystal version, all different kinds of them. But yeah, like I said, I'm the original 151. I don't give two shits about the rest of the new ones. I just never got into them.
Oh, you're missing out on some of the fun stuff, like Mega Evolution and all that other fun jazz. So
it's too complicated, too much to focus on.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was a nerd growing up for sure. I played Pokemon. I collected cards. Well, my dad owned a Hobbytown USA, which is like a hobby shop. So we had models, RC cars, model trains, RC boats, trading cards, yo-yos, like anything. It was like a toy shop. And for me to grow up in an environment like that right as Pokemon came out, because that was in 98, we were in it.
Oh yeah, it was one of those things you had to be in it because it got so big so fast.
Yeah.
That it was like just a great big boom. And man, did it ever take off between the cards, games, movies, and shows. It was intense, and it got intense really quick.
Yeah, and I still have. So my dad, he passed away in 2013. That was way after he had the hobby store, but he had a bunch of boxes full of just random stuff, collectibles and whatnot. And I've got a few of them at my house, and I don't know, I got Magic cards, I got baseball cards, I've got all kinds of stuff, and they're probably pretty special, and I don't know, they're not really sentimental to me, but they're just sitting in boxes in my garage, and I don't know.
You'll have to go through it. You'd be surprised with some of its worth and what it could be, and that's where I have the fun with it, especially like Magic the Gathering. I played a lot of that a while ago. I loved having the cards and being able to play and do a lot of the collectibles. Like my room, like half of my room is all collectibles and autograph stuff. So that's kind of where my fun stuff gets into play. So when I hear people have got boxes of stuff that are just sitting around, it's like, yo, like turn on your camera. Let's look through this stuff. Let's see what it is. Like, let's do this.
Yeah. And yeah, you mentioned TikTok earlier, and I listened to the latest episode. You're like, oh, I made $160 on TikTok. What is that possible?
Yeah. If you find the right people and you can get the right people into your stream, they can give you gifts. Now, don't get me wrong, it takes a lot. You're putting in many, many hours, and a lot of the ones that are doing it were my friends. It was my first live. It was a bunch of people that I've been getting to know, and I was off of work for the week, so they're like, you know what, we're going to just throw a bunch of money at you to try to, be nice. And then I'm like, guys, you realize you're paying me in American currency, right? And they're like, uh-huh. I'm like, when that converts over to Canadian, like, that's a lot.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
so people don't think about that factor.
Yeah, and then I know Jeff Welch. You had kind of mentioned on him. I haven't really talked to Jeff too much, but I follow his stuff on Facebook, and he's always posting stuff up, and he's been pretty transparent with everything. He's like, I'm making money, making posts and stuff, and having people engage. So I thought that was super interesting. I don't know. I just never got into TikTok. I don't understand how even getting paid off of Facebook or anything, because I've done everything completely free. I didn't think there was really, until you get to a certain. I made money off of YouTube back in the day, but they changed things up now, and so I lost not my sponsorship. I lost my YouTube partner program because I didn't upload anything for like 3 years.
Right.
So, and I was like, I don't care. I'm going to let it go. Really what happened was the YouTube channel got really big really quick, and I didn't really like to be in the spotlight like that. So I kind of just gave up on it, right? Right on the uphill stream, the reason it went downhill immediately was because of me. And that's one thing I'm kind of hoping doesn't happen with the podcast, but it is quite possible. If my podcast for some reason takes off, I might jet out of here and I might not be around.
You know what? It's one of those things. As long as you enjoy doing it and you can do it the right way, then as long as you're happy, that's the primary concern of it.
Yeah.
Like when we originally started Three Fools One Mic, you know, I made a promise to Jay because Jay was like, I want to do this so that I have memories for when I get older, and if I start to forget stuff, I can listen to this stuff when I get old.
Yeah.
So that I can remember all these fun stories and do. So I promised Jay I would do everything in his power to help him get as far as we can, whether we had one listener listening all the time or if we ended up blowing up and got like 50,000. It was more for the fact of Jay doing it for himself than it was for doing it for anybody.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's been a bit of an uphill battle with all the crap that we've gone through over the last, 3 years, and then trying to rebrand and redo and, get Broken Link Nuts and that up and going. But then we got to meet really cool people like yourself and Stevie V and Kevin Wells, like, you know what I mean? So it's been a really, really neat experience on everything that we've been accomplishing. So, and the same with you. I know Jay listens to you religiously, like all the time.
Well, I put up a lot of stuff, but yeah. And I use it as a therapy session. That's what I do.
Yeah. So it's fun, and you know what? It puts a smile on Jay's face every day. So as long as it's doing the same for you, this could last for years.
Yeah. I've been going for a little over a year. I don't know. This is going to be, I think, episode 440. So that's a lot. And they're all an hour or more, most of them at least. That's a lot of hours talking. But yeah, that's what I started it up. I was listening to the big podcasts, and then I decided I wanted to try to do my own thing, and I had a recording app on my phone, and that's just what started it. And I honestly, it was like the day that I posted in that podcast group, that was the first time I've ever promoted the podcast.
Right.
And just so happens that I had a truck in my logo, and Jay said, "Cool truck." And that's all it took, and that's what brought us together. And
yep.
And then there's been some other podcasts that I found in there too that are really cool, but a lot of them are just, I don't know. I don't want to get into them,
Some are weird. Don't get me wrong. There are some you sit back and you scratch your head. You're like, I don't understand how people listen to it, but you'd be surprised the following on where they come from, and it's like, wow. Yeah. Okay, well, if people are enjoying it, I guess that's all that matters. I'll let you do your thing, but have a good day.
Yeah. I don't know. They're so specific in their genres. Also, I just don't know how that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it works because it's got to be there for somebody. Somebody's enjoying it. I don't want to take that away from anybody, But my thing, I'm all over the place with me. I'm not even trying to promote it a whole lot because I am afraid that if it gets way too big, way too fast, if I don't grow with the podcast, if the podcast just grows out of my hands, that's where I don't really want to be, because I say a lot of stuff that I either don't mean, or I'm just trying to get a laugh out of, or just rile people up with. I say a lot of stuff like that, so And with the culture of today, that can really land you in hot water quick.
Oh, yes. Well,
So
you've listened to Jay and the way Jay talks, so
I don't know.
I get it and understand it completely.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not boiling right now.
Oh, yeah. But don't get me wrong, like, I'm just as bad, too, with it. Like, Jay and I bounce off each other with some of the weirdest shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, how are we still, like, functioning as human beings with the way the world is nowadays? But we just don't care. That's why our podcast is the way it is we're not doing it for you. We're not doing it for Tom, Dick, and Harry down the street. We're doing it because this is what Jay wants to do.
Yeah.
And if you like it at that point, welcome to the group. If you don't like it, there's the door. Have at it.
Yep. Yeah, I listen to you guys religiously. Even the one I posted up today, I was complaining that you guys hadn't posted one yet. I was like, come on, I need something to listen to. I'm going to die tomorrow if I can't listen to something. And I don't know. You guys heard me.
That's why we make sure they're up for Friday. So we try to put them up every Friday. Unfortunately, depending on where I'm at with work, sometimes I get trapped out in the middle of nowhere. Or I fall asleep with my laptop in my lap and forget to put the episodes up until the next morning. That happened just recently.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, we did our, what was the last one that came out? The Remembrance Day, because Remembrance Day is kind of in the middle of the week. So between last week and this week, we're like, where do we put this? And then, actually, I even realized it, too, when we were doing everything. We didn't even announce my birthday in it, so I kind of laughed a little bit.
Yeah, I sent you a little birthday GIF or GIF or whatever.
I saw that. I looked at my phone. I'm like, you're a dick. Like, we're in the quad and having that in my head isn't that enough. And I seen that. I'm like, dude, do you see what Kletus put up there? He's like, wait, what? No. I'm like, it's a picture, it's a live video of somebody rolling their quad. He's like, that's great. I'm going to look for it now. And I'm like, what a guy.
Yeah, I just typed in quad crash. I was like, I need to find something that really, hits home with him. So found that quad crash.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're a good sport about it.
Oh, yeah. Don't get me wrong. I got a really good sense of humor about it. You know what? I made a mistake. I own up to it. Like, and it's not like I did it's not like I was up on a mountain rolling down or anything stupid. I was on a flat gravel driveway. In four-wheel drive, and when I punched it, she just flipped. And I mean, it sucks because, like, there's no good backstory to it. And Jay and Mike poke fun at me all the time. They're like, you should have said you were up on a mountain and you rolled down like 300 feet and it fucked up the leg. And I'm like, dude, why lie about it? Because then it's just something I got to remember. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'd rather just tell the truth. I made a stupid mistake. And now I'm kind of paying the piper for it. So
hey, anybody that is truly going to give you shit for that, I know everybody likes to make fun of it because I'm usually the butt of jokes also because a lot of mistakes that happen that shouldn't happen. It's like the impossible mistakes that can happen in my life happen all the time, and it's like I don't even know how to explain how I almost blew up a building, but it almost happened,
Yeah.
And that was.
I always get the biggest laugh. If it wasn't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. And Jay sees it all the time, and he just shakes his head. He's like, I don't understand how you function. I'm like, I don't know. I grin and bear it, and I get laughed at for it. So I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. So it's fun to see somebody else going through what I usually go through. And I'm sorry, I had to poke a little bit of fun, but hey, whenever I make another mistake, and you'll hear about it, you are 100% guaranteed to make fun of me as much as you want, because it rolls off of me.
Oh, if you think I needed your permission for that, I just do it. After what you did, I just do it for the fun of it. It'd be all right.
So have you been off-roading for a while? Like, is that something that you've always done throughout your, Canadian life, or is that new to you?
I think with Jay and I, we've been doing things probably the last 15 years. Everything from mud trucks to ATVs. So I know you've heard us talk about the mud trucks and that. We've gone out. There's a place that we call Gopher Dunes. It's a really big mud meetup. You take your 4x4 vehicle and you run it through every large mud puddle they create. And, you waste your day just blowing gas out the back end of your tailpipe, and you just go have some fun with it. I mean, we've been building those for years and eventually got to a point where it's like, our body can't take this no more. We don't have enough time in the day. So now we're at the point where it's ATVs and trails. And we try to take a couple of weeks off every year. We try to go do some big trips and, just go run the trails and, just try to have a good time. If you would keep living just to work, you're not going to live. So you got to take a little bit of extra time to have that downtime and go have a little bit of fun. And going out in the trails and being able to just, run through the trees and see the wildlife and have a bit of a blast with it helps the insides feel good.
That's what my dreams are made of. Is just flying through some backwoods on some trails, quadded up, dirt biking around, mud trucking. Because I've watched those Mud Trucks Gone Wild videos and stuff, and that just looks like one of the greatest times ever.
We'll have to send you the link for the video of Jay going through the mud. I can't remember if he was in his homemade boat or not. But, there's some videos of us ripping through the mud, having a blast. And you know what, dude? I say if that's something you want to do it. It is so exhilarating just being out on the trails for hours in the day and just having a fun time and getting out.
Yeah. I'm kind of in a southernish state. I guess you could call it southern. So there are dirt track racing, even regular road racing, there's mud runs, there's drag strips, and I've been to all of them, and I've always had a blast at them, and I've always, dreamed of one day having something to, having a 4x4 boat like Jay has. That would be awesome, and I've always aspired to that, but I've always had four-wheel drive trucks. I just, and I've always had fun in them, but I don't know. It's
it was a lot of work.
Yeah.
It was a lot of work getting that boat frame around that truck. Because it was a full-size, if I remember correctly, it was a full-size GMC that we wrapped that boat around. Mm-hmm. And then had to cut out spots for wheel wells and all that fun stuff. But when you put that much work into something and the accomplishment that you get out of it, made it worth its while. There's a picture of Jay just coated in mud with the biggest shit-eating grin you can ever see in somebody's face.
Oh,
and he was happy.
Yeah, nobody can see the Kool-Aid man driving a boat through a mud hole and not get a kick out of it. That's something everybody's going to remember.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. That was one of the first episodes I listened to from you guys, and he was talking about being in bright red shirt and bright red shorts, walking outside of a cabin, and I knew that you guys were something I was going to listen to every episode after I heard that.
The funny part is I had a bad weekend that whole fucking weekend. My quad blew up. Physically went just boom. So we got out. Now, it was really nice. Jay's brother-in-law drove all the way up to Jay's place, picked up the spare quad, and drove all the way back out with this quad to take my piece of garbage home. And Jay come out in a bright red shirt, bright red shorts, and his rain boots. And he's like, I look like the fucking Kool-Aid man. And I'm just like, oh, no. And he's like, shut up.
Oh, yeah. Jay, he seems like he is one of the, I don't know, it's like he is involved with everybody in Canada. Everybody knows somebody that knows Jay.
Oh, man, tell me about it. It doesn't matter where we go. Somebody will walk up, start talking to him. Oh, that's a buddy of mine from 4.5 years ago.
Yeah.
Or what was it, the last trip that we were just on when I broke my ankle. So we were going through a checkpoint on the trail for them to check permits and licenses and all that fun stuff. It was the same freaking cop from the year before. I was like, hey, I remember you. We rented you. I'm like, do we go nowhere that you don't fucking know somebody, dude? And he just starts laughing.
Because that's how my wife thought of me for a long time, because I've had a lot of different friends groups, throughout elementary, middle school, high school, after high school. There's been several big groups of people that I would meet everybody, just my personality. I would know everybody, everybody would know me, and then something weird would happen, and then I would just stop hanging out with that whole group of friends, and then another group of friends would show up. And I know so many people throughout this
Mm-hmm.
whole region that whenever we first started dating, we couldn't go anywhere without me recognizing somebody or somebody recognizing me. And it still happens even now, but I
It
don't
makes it
know.
difficult going on a date and people start walking up to
Yeah.
your table.
Well, that's exactly what happened. We went to Olive Garden, and the waitress came up, and she's like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "I'm doing good. I'll have the salad." And she's like, "You remember me, don't you?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah." I had no idea who she was. I don't know.
Like,
I
I'm on a
know.
date. I don't want to remember you.
Yeah. I'm like, this is my future wife. I don't know who you are. Can you just bring the soups? Bring the salad. Where's the breadsticks? Quit talking to me.
Exactly. Like, don't fuck this up for me, man. This
Yeah.
woman's awesome. Don't do this.
Yeah, because I mean, I've had a lot of girlfriends. I mean, not as, I don't know, you guys up in Canada go hard, but I've had a lot of girlfriends. I've had a lot of friends, and I seem to recognize somebody almost everywhere I go, which is kind of nice. But I don't know. It's after starting a family and getting older and settling down, things have really, they aren't as fast as they used to be. I guess that you could say they're still can be as wild as they were, but they're not as fast as they used to be, which is kind of nice.
Right.
You get to enjoy things a little bit more. But I mean, family's the most. I did not know that I was gonna, you know. I mean, you can think what you want about having kids and a wife and whatnot, but once you finally get to that position, I mean, my favorite thing in the world is being a dad. It's so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, got some great kids. I've got a great wife. It's a good time.
Well, somebody sure to send it my way. Because I could use a great wife.
Yeah. Hey, I'll look for them. They're around here. I got one lady. She works at the landfill. You and her might hook it up.
There we go.
Yeah.
Jiggy jokes around all the time on the podcast. Or if you know somebody, or what's his favorite one? You got a grandma out there. You send her Jiggy's number, and I'm like, Jay, stop it. I want to find a wife. Leave me alone.
Oh man. Yeah, it's good times. Good times. So yeah, I sent you a message, and I sent Mike a message.
Yep.
And I sent Jay a message. I sent Jay a message saying, "Hey, I'm trying to grab your co-host out for a solo podcast. Just so you know, I'm not trying to go behind his back or anything. I'm just like, we can all sit and talk, but I want to get to know you. So, wanted to have this little podcast here, and I hopefully I can get Mike on the horn one of these days. I know he's
Get Mike on the phone's a little bit more difficult with his job because of what he does working out on the farm.
yeah.
Once he's out, you might be able to talk to him. You might be able to make a time for him. But he's got a pretty busy life between him and his kid and work, and so he's just trying to figure everything out and get to that point. So.
Yep. Hey, if it works out, that's great. If it doesn't work out, it'll work out eventually. We'll get there. But hey, I'm glad.
We'll down one of these times for you.
I'm glad things worked out today, that we were able to do this, because that was kind of nice. You got time and I got time. Perfect. We'll do a podcast. That's what I don't.
Exactly.
It's hard to schedule shit out, because you don't know what you're
Well,
going to be
it's the
doing.
nice thing about being out on the road is, what are you doing right now? I got to drive for 13 hours. Wow, what's up? Dude, let's do this. All right, let's go.
Yep.
So it makes it work well.
Then I got family members. They're like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm driving. They're like, oh, call me back when you're done. I'm like, no. I'm driving. I need to talk to somebody. Please stay on the phone with me.
Yeah.
I don't want to bother you while you're driving. I'm like, it's going to be 8 hours before I'm where I need to be. Talk to me now, please. Because once I get to my hotel, I ain't talking to nobody. And that's where I found myself is if I'm sitting at home, I can't talk to anybody. I can't sit still and I just want to get off the phone. I don't know what it is.
Yep.
Sitting still, I just can't sit and talk. But if I had a group of friends like you guys are, y'all getting together, I could do a podcast like that. But just by myself, no, I got to be moving.
Yeah.
Got to be moving.
Always. Well, Jay's the same way. I take a little bit more time to sit and chill, but that's more because I just don't people. Where Jay's out in the garage and building stuff, and like he just finished making the rest of his entertainment unit for his wife. And then he's out there making end tables and coffee tables, and it's like, dude, like take a breath for a minute, like play a video game, watch a TV episode. He's like, nah, I'm good. I'll be outside in the garage. Come on out when you're bored.
Yep. Yeah, he was sending. When I texted him earlier, he just started sending me end table pictures. I'm like, all right, cool, cool pictures, man. So hey, if that's what he loves to do, I'm so glad he's able to do it. He's out there working on building furniture, which is awesome. He's a handy fella.
He's very handy. There's not a thing Jay pretty much can't fix. Unless it's technology based, and then that's when I come in and take over at that point. But I don't know how many times I could be out somewhere and be like, dude, I'm lost. I don't know where I am. I think I'm roughly here. I'm like, I need help. And he could just sit there for a second and think, and all of a sudden he's like, all right, there's this road up ahead of you, hang a left on that, go down about an hour and a half, turn right over here, you'll be right up by that. And it's like, how the hell do you know that? He's like, I just do. Or, hey, I'm looking to bail. I've got a problem with my car. It's like, hold on a minute. I'll be right there. And he did. He came out. He bailed out my ex-girlfriend because she was having an issue. She called and woke him up a little bit. Hey, I need a bit of a hand. I don't know what's going on with my car. Showed up 20 minutes later, car's running, and everybody's on the road again. Yeah. I mean, he's the smartest man that you can ever meet.
Yep.
And, like, his knowledge is very, valuable. Like, I wouldn't trade that man for the world. But then you put a cell phone in his hands, and he's like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this thing?
Yeah. So, yeah, you are a big part of the podcast because you're running a Roadcaster. You're the producer, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So how's that going? How did that all start up?
Well, in the beginning, James did all that fun stuff with Three Fools. And then, I kind of paid attention a little bit. And then when we decided, hey, we need to do this ourselves, it was YouTube, everything. Like, figure this shit out and figure it out now. Yeah. And then when we got the unit, I sat there for hours pushing buttons and trying to figure it out and trying to get it to work to a point where it would do something. And, I mean, if you listen to our episodes, like, the audio was garbage for the first bit, and then freaking trying to figure out volume levels, and it was such a pain in the backside for the longest time. But you play with it a little bit, you try to figure it out, and then you're like, oh, hey, look what I can do. So I took over the technological part, and Jay's like, I've got the ideas. You worry about pushing the buttons and make sure this goes right. I'm like, all right, let's do this.
Yeah, and do you have a history of just messing with electronics? I know you like computers. Have you built a computer?
Oh, yeah. My computer that I've got right now, I call it my little Frankenstein. It started as a little, like it was a $500 pre-bill, and then I just started adding parts and doing the research and figuring it out. So that's kind of my thing. Electrical, wiring, computers, that's where I have my fun. And then I get into video games, so that's where my cup of tea comes into place.
Have you messed around with like any 3D printing programs and stuff?
I want to get a 3D printer. Unfortunately, it's just a financial thing for me right now.
Yeah.
But once I get a little bit of money squirreled away, I want to get one. Like, we always joked around with the original podcast that we wanted to, like, Jay made all these really silly commercials, and you probably heard them in the show.
Yeah.
And I wanted to 3D print them all and give them to him as a gift, just for the fun of it, to be like, hey, look what I've got.
Oh, so, yeah, dude.
I want to do it, but it's like, do I have the time? Well, I'm on the road so much, and I'm trying to do my thing, and Jay's doing his thing, and we're trying to do the podcast together, so it's like, do I have time for this? Is it worth the money? Well, we'll wait and see. We'll give it a year and see what happens and see how things go that way.
Yeah, because that, and I've seen a lot of people. They have used that, to their advantage. Like they'll draw up plans, and they'll 3D print stuff, and then you can put just the plans on your website, so you can like download the 3D files, and then create it at home out of your own filament or whatever. Or there's even places that you can just, you pay for, I don't know, the time and the filament, I guess, and you can have things printed out for you. My buddy Luke, he's 3D prints all kinds of stuff, and it's been a lot of fun.
It's neat what you can take a roll of plastic and mold it into. Like, I remember the days, like, when you physically melted stuff down to try to create things, and now you can just plug it into your computer and be like, hey, what if I do this? And see what comes out of it. So it's fun, but it's time, it's money. Like, 3D printing is not a cheap adventure, and you got to deal with a lot of fun stuff that way. So, but it's a pipe dream. It's one of those things I want to do later on down the road when I have a little bit more time on my hands, when I'm not out working like crazy. So.
Yeah, is that what you want for Christmas? Is a 3D printer?
I don't know what I do with a 3D printer right now. I'm so busy on the road.
All right. So what is on the Christmas list?
I don't know. I don't really have much on my Christmas list. I'm one of those guys where if I want something or need something, I just buy it when it happens. It used to drive my ex-wife nuts. But, for me, I want a family. That's the only thing on my bucket list and wish list right now. So,
well, you better
let's see what happens as the roads go down.
Add some socks and underwear to that list too, because we all of us men could use new socks and underwear around Christmas time.
Always. I think that's on the list every time I go out.
Oh man, yeah. I don't know what I don't really have anything on my Christmas list. Yeah, it's kind of it's stuff that isn't something that somebody's gonna get for me. It's something I'm gonna either need to save up for or just go do. But I don't know, having the kids pick you out, a mug or a hat or something is always nice.
See, because sometimes it's never the big things. It's the little things and what they mean is, I find, always the main thing. Like, I don't need something fancy from a partner to be like, for me, like, a lot of my stuff is like computer parts or this, that, and the other, and it's like, I don't need all that fancy shit. And I'll get to it at some point in my life. But, I could use a new T-shirt. I can use some more sweatpants being out in the truck. All that little fun stuff. What was it? Jay got me a flashlight last year. I mean, that was amazing to have driving at night. So.
Oh yeah. Every trucker needs a good flashlight. Is it a rechargeable one or is it take batteries?
That one took batteries, but now I've got one that plugs in, and it's bright, and it can cause fire, so it's mildly entertaining.
Yeah. Hey, that comes in handy too sometimes.
Well, when you get that cold outside sometimes, you turn that lamp on and it just, one hand. So it's like perfect.
All right, now probably one of the final questions I got for you. What did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be a cop.
Yeah.
And you know what? I actually fought like hell to do it too. I went through all of the testing. I went through and got accepted into college for it. But unfortunately, due to family situations, the finances were not there, and I couldn't do it. So, yeah, that kind of was a real kick in the nuts. Wow. I wasn't expecting to be a truck driver or, trying to start my own business. I wanted to be a police officer and help people. That was my big thing. But, I'm doing what I like now. This is kind of fun. It gives Jay and I something in common that we can sit and shoot the shit about. And then, it helps build bonds. So I really appreciate what I do now for this reason.
Yeah, you know how much stuff he would have to hide from you if you became a cop?
Probably everything. Or I'd have to walk in with blinders on. Dude, what are you doing today?
Yeah, he's like walking on eggshells around you. He's like, oh shit, you're going to write me a ticket if I tell you what I did earlier.
It's like, dude, what are you doing? Are you coming over today? No, why? Okay, perfect. I want to go get something done quick. It's like, I don't want to know.
Oh, man. Well, hey, thank you so much for being on the podcast. I'd like you to promote anything and everything that you got there. I know you got a TikTok. You can throw that up in here, too, if you'd like.
Well, my TikTok is just a personal thing right now until I can figure it out properly, and then eventually I want to do one for the podcast for Broken Wingnuts and the other podcasts. But right now, it's like, you know what, guys, come out and listen to Kletus. His show is absolutely amazing. He puts a lot of work and effort into this stuff. So make sure you come out, like, follow, share, subscribe. Make sure you get this out to everybody. And then if you have a couple extra minutes, come listen to Broken Wingnuts and come listen to J. Mike and I be a little bit foolish because we have a lot of fun with it. And there's a whole bunch out there, like Three Wheel Bicycle Podcast and the rest of the guys that we all deal with. Come out, have some fun, even pick up the phone and give us a call. We'd gladly like to talk to everybody. So.
Oh yeah. If you want to be on one of these shows, they're live on Facebook all the time. So find them on Facebook and join the live viewing. And if you are selected, you could be, hop on for a few minutes and talk to them.
And I mean, it's not the first time we've done it right on the spot too, where we're just like, hey, call me really quick. You'll get on the show. So, you pick up the phone, but support everybody, send it around, share it to everybody. Maybe not your grandma, but everybody else.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on to Kletus Ray's Roadside Service, and appreciate you. And we'll do this again.
That sounds good. Anytime, brother.
All right. Keep all 18 down. Adios.
That sounds like a good plan. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.